Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today, we are going to be looking at Cerus, created by DemonaLisaKills, one of our Discord expert builders and silver patrons, and here they say, welcome to Cerus, a technologically advanced planet with an impressive climate on the most days, registering at 286 degrees Fahrenheit. Enjoy your stay as you dip into our waterfall garden to refresh, then be sure to enjoy the gorgeous sculptures that tower over the back portion of the city. We also have some delectable restaurants close to the main hall where you can be ID'd on site for your protection, of course. Watch out for the magnetrons and energy towers as they help stabilize the environment. Enjoy. There's another coaster and monorail add to the feel of the ride in terms of decoration. Thanks to Funerer Wolf and Paul H. Haplo for the amazing TMTK neon font. Music by FaceLaneStudios.com. Okay, well there it is, quite an introduction. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get into the world's most extreme motorcycle ride. Okay, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Cerus. You said that the music is created by a certain person, but you didn't even provide, you put the link to their website on the workshop, but I clicked it and it was invalid. It gave me an error, and you also didn't upload the music itself. So we're gonna have to pick some sci-fi generic music from Planko, but generally speaking, we try to avoid copywritten music here. Created by other people because they have the rights to it and we don't. So in the next time, try to grab something that's more of like a remix, something that's royalty free, or use something in Planet Coaster. So it's interesting, the park entrance actually feeds into the queue. You said there were some shops and things, but how are they ever going to get there? And how are they going to leave the park? Oh wait, is this the exit and the entrance all in one? Yeah, how are they going to get to the shops? Interesting. We'll take a poke around after. The time of day is really nice. So yeah, this is a motorcycle ride, and your ride exceeds the G-force limits. 13 vertical G-forces. Okay, this is probably the second creation that I've featured from DemonaLisa in the, well, maybe actually not. You guys will see another one coming from her in the future or the past. I don't know how I'm releasing these. Anyways, DemonaLisa, I'm noticing a reoccurring theme with your creations is your G-forces. I mean, going for an exploration coaster with drops like that, as we can see, and some extreme elements, maybe not the best idea using the motorcycle. Maybe try going for a Giga coaster. It will fight you less on the G-forces because the way the harnesses work in this, that if you try to do something extreme, it'll automatically spike it. But anyways, with that aside, it's a video game. We should have a crazy fun experience that you'll never get to experience in real life, and that's what this is all about. So we have 120 seconds of duration at 2,400 meters, which is insane because we see 120-second durations from most 1,200 meter coasters. So that means that we're going at 100 miles per hour on a motorcycle with very limited harnesses. This is insane. The biggest drop is 80 freaking meters. It's almost a Giga coaster, a Giga motorcycle coaster. With 14 vertical G's. Oh boy, this is insane, but you know what? I embrace insane. Let's do this. Going in the seat view. Oh, we gotta pick some music because there was none attached. So, let's get some sci-fi in here. Wow, I mean, downfalls aside with the G-forces and not being able to get the guests on here, it actually, it's actually a really cool experience. Now, as I mentioned, we won't be able to get the guests on because the G-forces are too scary, but I still think this one's going to ride really well in cinematic. And for whatever reason, that music that I put on there is not, it wasn't very noticeable. We're going to turn this up to 100%, and then we're going to go in cinematic and see how this looks. Okay, a very beautiful cinematic run, which is pretty rare case for most coasters. This is really cool. I like everything you did here with the theming, the sci-fi, different planet. You definitely feel it coming in here that this is a foreign world. I mean, it's really neat. There's a lot of fun elements going on here, and the exploration aspect of it was really cool. I'd say my biggest feedback for you, DemonaLisa, for your other creation as well as this, the one that I saw with the Tribulation, you have a bit of a running theme with not checking your heat maps. So I would like you to try to do something similar to this again, your next creation, but keep an eye on these purple areas that you need to really ease into these transitions over time, like here but in the reverse way, and wherever else you can see the vertical G-forces heating up. I think that one dip might be just ruining your whole coaster, to be honest, and this one. So a couple spots, if you clean that up, it actually would be rideable by the guests. Let's see the lateral seems fine except for there, so you just add more banking and smooth that transition, and maybe a little bit there, but it's actually pretty good. Other than that, I think that one spot might be literally causing the whole thing to malfunction, so it's actually an easy fix. It really is not too bad at all. Smooth it out and just smash that smooth tool, maybe reconnect these pieces. I understand that you want to go for this big drop, so what you'd have to do is actually have to drop it down even further and just gradually bring that down and then back up. Now, I mean, with the actual track itself, there were long stretches and it kind of felt like it was a monorail at times. Maybe that's what you were going for, kind of like the speeder bikes that are using the bikes on tracks to transport around the city. So in that case, I think it works. But I do still think as we're coming through some of these elements, we could add a little bit more extreme banking. It doesn't really feel like it's banking at all. So rather than having that, monorail simulation, make it more like the, weaving in and out on a motorcycle. Add a couple banks this way, that way, and then through, just to make it more exhilarating as we're going about the landscape. And maybe you could have like a couple pillars or things and it banks around it, does a little swivel, something like that. But yeah, the effects are really cool. The landscape's cool. Do we have any nighttime lighting? Hey, that's looking pretty neat. I like the way that's lit up. Actually, wouldn't mind to see a little bit more of that. The whole city glows at night. You have it on these box trees, rocket box trees. Just a few more neon pathways lighting up the roads, you know, just so, I don't know, it just shows like where the tracks are. Little dotted lines or something, just make that light up, and then that would actually be a pretty cool nighttime experience. And then some lights that light up on the track as the motorcycles go by. It's a really good concept, but I think it could be pushed a little bit further in certain aspects. The life of the city, you know, more buildings. I like the idea of the monorails as well as the other trains going by just for added effect. I think you could just like really go ham with that, add more buildings and just bring up that immersion factor, making it feel like the city's really lived in. Because right now it's feeling a little bit desolate in my opinion. And of course having streets, having walkways beside your monorails, pathways, and the guests actually walking about would really populate this place a lot. Make it feel alive, because the guests is really how you add immersion and simulate life. So I think that would really help as well, because we don't really have that. I've noticed this with your other one too. You have all your work in progress stuff off to the side. I would delete that stuff before you upload it. It seems a little bit strange to me, having your pieces floating about on the outside. So a couple things for you to take notes on, but that's what the show's all about. And so hopefully there's some things that can help you in the future. DemonaLisa, thank you for your Patreon support. Really do appreciate it. If anyone else wants to get priority spotlight or just support the show, links to Patreon are down in the description below. We are doing a bit of a Patreon week featuring everybody who's been waiting from the mini park contest to get their priority features. So shout out to all the patrons. Thank you, DemonaLisa. Great creation with Cerus today. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below for Lisa. And that is going to do it for me in today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.